Hi, I'm Caley Anderson with Collaborative Drug Discovery, and the Bullpen is kicking off its inaugural Pitch Fest in Minneapolis. So I'm here with David Schaffer, representing SciTech Development. David, what brought you here today?
Caley, good morning. I was introduced to Bullpen at the Bio Conference in San Diego, and after a number of conversations with folks there, it was very quickly evident to me that this was an incredibly powerful organization of people that were really looking out for each other and trying to find ways to advance what they're doing. And in a world of startup, I find that if you don't have relationships and you simply, are struggling in every stage of business development, being able to quickly find people who have that expertise, who have those connections, and have almost a selfless way of conducting themselves is a perfect environment for any startup. So as we're talking here today, and I've had my first pitch with the group, I would encourage any startup or any entrepreneur, any early stage funder to think seriously about joining an organization like Bullpen.
Yeah, I think that kind of fits in nicely with the Bullpen mantra also, to find someone to help and repeat. So it just speaks to the community. But let's talk about SciTech. So tell me, what are you working on?
SciTech is a Detroit, Michigan-based company that is advancing, it's a clinical stage company advancing an asset that was developed in the 1960s by Johnson & Johnson. The challenge that Johnson & Johnson faced after investing hundreds of millions of dollars in the asset over the course of the patent life was that despite the potential and the curative properties in oncology and data in at least 15 different cancer types, they couldn't advance it because it wasn't water soluble. They couldn't get the drug into the bloodstream to gain what they call bioavailability, to get the dose level high enough so it could have that maximum therapeutic or optimal therapeutic effect. What SciTech has done, and what the co-founder Ralph Parchment did, who developed the nanoparticle innovation, was he developed a nanoparticle phospholipid bilayer construction. It's a multi-laminar construction. So if you think about layers of an onion, the drug is packed within the layers of the onion in a way that it can be delivered in an IV, sterile IV, and then float around the blood system, attach itself to a cancer cell, and then burrow into the cancer cell, go to the nucleus, deliver the drug, and cause what they refer to as apoptosis, or killing of the cancer cell. What they learned in all these studies along the way, over 40 of them, was that while the drug has an impact directly on cancer cells, it really doesn't harm healthy cells. So as a result of that, it has what's called a high therapeutic index, which means very therapeutic, very few side effects. And so
it's incredible.
It's really fascinating. And to be where we are today in the clinic, so we've got 6 amazing clinical partners, University of Pittsburgh, MD Anderson, Columbia, University of Michigan, Karmanos in Detroit, and the University of Southern California are our 6 current recruiting centers. We're onboarding at other prestigious institutions right now, including the Mayo Clinic, based obviously here in Minnesota. Their Scottsdale team is very excited about what we're doing. Moffitt Cancer Center in Tampa, Tulane are some of the other organizations that are currently, onboarding with us. So what I think differentiates us from that perspective is, don't think about what we're doing. Think about who's doing it with us. Think about that ecosystem that we've developed. So we've got amazing partners. We've got an incredible group of medical advisors, which include the leading lymphoma doctors from MD Anderson, Columbia, and Fred Hutchinson out in Seattle. We've attracted an amazing senior scientific advisor who has probably more experience in commercializing oncology drug delivery technology than anybody else. So look at the people that have surrounded us, and they're the ones that have done the due diligence, and they've chosen to work with us. I was talking over the last week with a fellow who used to be the head of global pharmaceutical practice at KPMG. He'd like to join us. So this is the type of people that we're attracting because of the potential of what we're doing. And that keeps us very excited.
Yeah, I can imagine. So if we look to the horizon for SciTech, anything, initiatives or exciting things you want to mention or can we speak to?
We're currently in the clinic, as I said. We've completed successfully 4 escalating doses of SC001, which is the current name of the drug, without any adverse effect. And that truly is the goal is to continue to see the escalation of the dose without any adverse effect, because the previous trial that was done that got the drug to a level where we know it works had to be halted because of dose-limiting toxicities related to the delivery mechanism, not to the drug. So we already know the level where the drug is effective. Our goal is to get it to that level safely. And as we speak right now, looking forward very near term, we'll have dose 5 on Monday, and then 3 weeks later, currently scheduled to have dose 6. We're entering that known therapeutic window right now. So literally within the next few weeks, within the next few months, we should start to see that confirming data that will demonstrate that we've delivered it effectively, safely to these known therapeutic levels. And if it's science and it worked previously, you would expect it to work again. So while we're excited, what we're saying is the data that we've seen thus far is encouraging. And obviously with every new patient, with every new dose, it creates more and more excitement. It's enabled us to continue to expand our investor roles and conversations we're having with potential partners in the pharmaceutical world. So there's a lot of excitement. And as I said in the pitch, the drug itself has been well known and well studied. And every study ended the same way. If only we could find a way to make it more water soluble. And that's what we've done.
Done it, yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to, once we start to further develop the initial study in T-cell lymphoma, we're going to open a study in small cell lung to be able to demonstrate that the effectiveness can be both in blood disorders as well as solid tumors. So that's the near-term future that we're looking at here. Longer term, large markets, commercialization, pharma partnership, significant value creation for patients, for doctors, for payers, and for science.
All right, that's a lot to be excited about.
It certainly is. Thank you.
So this one is easy, David. How can the Bullpen community help you?
Like any small company, connecting us to people that have similar, hopes, dreams, and aspirations is very important. People that have an interest in wanting to see cancer, better treated would certainly want to know what we're doing. We would want to talk to any of them because, it's not finding the next partner that may be the most important thing, then finding somebody who can connect us to people who might have the most interest in either wanting to help fund us, help partner with us, help us message, help us create awareness. Those are the types of things small companies need. And I think the Bullpen is incredibly well suited, to helping small companies like ours achieve those things.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Bullpen community. So you heard them. So let's help out SciTech Development. David, thank you so much for being here today. If someone wanted to learn more or get in touch with you, where might we direct them to do that?
Email is drs@scitechdevelopment.com. Very easy to find us, and look forward to having those conversations.
All right.
Thank you, Caley.
Yeah, thank you.